Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Super Casper, the podcast where Jonno tries to make me regret living. And sometimes.
Brothers. I
What?
thought this was the dogs. Is
What?
this not a dog podcast?
I will
I wanna-
start over this whole sequence and cut all this out if I have to. No?
Ruff, ruff. Anyway.
One more and I'm doing it. One more and I'm doing it. The threat will continue, just so we're clear. I don't care if we get halfway through.
The beatings will continue
You're
until
cut off.
morale improves.
Yes, yes. And and when we say morale, we mean my morale, because that's the morale that needs to be brought up around this fucking place. As I was fucking saying, welcome to Super Cast Brothers. It's a podcast where I'm tortured on a bi-weekly basis, technically, as far as the airing date's concerned. Not necessarily true by recording dates, because sometimes I get a month break. Sometimes it's multiple times in a week.
I spent so much time with you, my friend.
Sometimes it's even out of order.
Yes, that may be the case. May not be the case. You'll never know.
It's the case for next episode, which was recorded several episodes ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but that ain't this. This is that. We are doing Smash or Dash. It's the penultimate one of the season. We've got Flamezone again. You have been on. I feel like this season has easily submitted you as most recurring guest. Like for a while, you
Nice.
and two or three others were like always fighting for the slot. But it's definitively you now because of this season.
I'm the reigning champ.
This is like
Yeah,
your fourth
nothing to see
episode
here.
this season, I think. Like Jesus Christ, I need a
You
break.
guys just can't get enough from me. Can't get enough from me. That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's fifth episode of the season.
I mean,
Your visit.
one
Oh, pardon.
for one, we know that you give good shit. Two, you always say yes.
That is fair. That is fair. Canadians can't say no, except for Jake for some reason.
Yeah, I was about to say like Jake said no a few times. Jake said, "Susie, who's that?" I was like, what?"
Turns out it's the name of his new child.
That would be funny, but they're not named yet as terms of recording date. Who knows about airing date? I don't know. I'm not making an edit to clarify that because I'm editing this tonight. Actually, it might be tomorrow night. Sometime soon it's being edited. Hi,
And
we do a show that's totally professional here.
yes, you're the professional.
That's true. And
I'm just
sad.
kind of, I'm around.
You are inspiring culture.
I have a style. I'm a style icon. Oh yeah, yes.
But as I've been trying to really
I
get
like
to, it's a okay. Please do not do that. You've been warned in the past.
Whoops. Okay.
Thank
Look
you.
at there.
We have a Smash Wrestling. You can tell from the title that it's a little bit different for this one. It's fine. We'll get there. We got to do rate their chances first because that's just going to take up time like it always does. So, we have our final 5 characters that we're going to be discussing this year, rate their chances. And hopefully I did my due diligence and double check to make sure that we never did any of them.
Tails.
Yeah, Tails for the third time.
Oh, we've done it with 3 characters.
No.
We did
Tails,
it with
Knuckles,
Tails.
and me.
We did it with Isaac from Golden Sun. And there's somebody else I'm trying to remember that we did it with.
Dixie.
What? No, it wasn't Dixie-Con.
Monita?
No, it wasn't Monita. Actually, we haven't done... Oh, this is the... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I used to have it highlighted. That I don't remember offhand who was the third one, but I know we've done it 3 times. It's like, whoops.
Gooper blooper.
We've never done
That's a good pick.
Blooper. That'd be a weird choice. Eric, no.
That was a great boss fight. I love that boss fight.
Me too.
Don't you mean Phantom Manta?
The music.
I like that one too.
Okay, I double checked. We haven't done any of these characters before.
Okay,
Yes.
good. It is very satisfying when you tug on the binky of Gooper Blooper and pull it out.
It's true.
All right. Well, now that anybody that was watching this has turned out, can our first character is Takamaru of the NES game Naze no Murasamayo, or however it's actually pronounced. That's just how I always say it because it's the closest I can do. But I'm sure it's not correct.
A major veteran of this.
Yeah, a major retro character that people bring up a lot. People have been talking about having Takamaru in Smash since Brawl, and even Sakurai commented on that. It was something that he had thought about, but he didn't want to do it because he's only known in Japan, which understandable, but also Marth and Roy.
Yeah.
But I get where he's coming from, though. But Takamaru would bring in the fact that, hey, we have our first samurai character, which we've somehow don't have anybody in the samurai archetype. Like, we have, technically have characters in the ninja archetype with Greninja and Sheik being close in there. Well, I don't even know who you would say is the closest to a samurai archetype in Smash.
Samurai Goro.
As a playable character, the closest one would be, I don't know, would it be Roy? Is Roy actually the closest?
To a samurai? Maybe.
I mean, I guess Crom is closer because Crom doesn't use fire like Roy does.
You have a couple ninjas, but that's not.
Yeah, that is not samurai at all.
Exactly.
I guess maybe Sephiroth could be the closest to a samurai.
Yeah.
That feels weird.
The thing about samurai to me is their iconic armor, though, is just as important as their weapons. But
oh yeah.
Well, I'm more meaning also with fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the cross chops, overhead slashes and stuff.
Whoever the answer is, they're still nowhere near close to being a samurai.
Exactly. Which is why Takamaru or several other characters that we've discussed on here would be great to have as a samurai character.
Yeah.
But Takamaru's biggest thing holding him back is the Japanese only side. It's he is more well known now because of he wasn't really in it, but there's the Wii U had Nintendo Land, which had a Takamaru inspired minigame in it, and I can't remember. I think he might be in Nintendo Switch Online for the NES games, maybe.
That'd be cool. I'll check that out.
Was he? There was an eShop release on the 3DS. I know that.
Yeah, I have them all written down somewhere.
He was also in Warriors.
No, it is not. It is not on Nintendo Switch Online.
One day.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of surprising.
Yeah,
because
I think also for sure. Okay.
It wouldn't be the first time that they've released an untranslated game to the US Switch Online. They've done it with a few others.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also going to say, the fact that Takamaru is an actual assist over right now also helps his chances quite a bit too. I would say we've seen Little Mac make the upgrade and Dark Samus and whatever else, so it's it's not out of the realm of possibility. I think the big difference between Takamaru and Marth though is Marth and Rory kind of had they still had active games, but Takamaru's all but dead series, right? So it's
right.
There's not really it won't be a strong push towards anything unless they had a new release at the same time or something. But
that, and it was also the second Smash game, so conventions hadn't been decided upon just yet.
Yeah.
Very true. All fair and good points. Yeah, the visibility is a big one. In this last game,
helps. I think there was a music track as well. I might be mistaken. And he's just been kind of in the discussion for a while. And, we've learned, at least especially with this last time, but that was also affected by the, forgetting the name of the poll that they ran for fans.
Yeah.
But we finally got many of the off-discussed characters in Ultimate. K. Rool, Ridley, Ban. So Takamaru's not, of that upper crust per se. Like, he's not Gino, but he is discussed enough, like, within the community. Like, so I think there's a consideration there. Like Sakurai and Nintendo would not balk at the idea. It's just maybe mid-tier. Like, there are some others that he's fighting with, like maybe Isaac, Andy, characters like that.
I also just found an interview that Sakurai did for Smash 4 where he mentioned how Takamaru was considered for that game, but he was cut due to low popularity. Which, considering that would have been after Brawl, it's like, yeah, okay, I can kind of see, because they don't really look at like community boards posting or whatnot. They go off with what they know from internal things or in the polls that they run. Like, they don't go to Reddit and see who people are talking about. They don't go to GameFAQs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I have an
It's a public
interesting,
perception.
yeah. I have a perhaps interesting take on what I think his chances are. I think if the next Smash game follows the same path line of how Ultimate worked, I think Takamaru has very low chances, because Ultimate, and I'm assuming everyone is here too, or as much as I can, we saw very few new characters in the base game, and then DLC was vast majority third party, and Nintendo company choosing the picks on what they can advertise and collaborate, as opposed to Sakurai's typical method. And I don't see Takamaru coming in if they have very few slots to choose from before doing all the DLC promotionary deals. However, if they do like a soft reboot, do a massive cutback on the roster, and then add in some new different choices, that's where I think Takamaru's chances might be better. But an Ultimate 2 situation, unless they actually give us more characters in base game and or let Sakurai have more freedom with DLC, I don't think it's good. Which I think is very unfortunate, because I would love a character that is. I think Takumi would be great for not only for samurai aspect, but I think he'd also be a gimmickless or low gimmick character in an era where Smash has introduced a lot of gimmicky characters.
Right. Right. Yeah, there's a lot to chew on there. I mean, I would agree that if we adopt the same mentality that we did going into Ultimate, his chances are low, and kind of naturally, because dozens of characters who are in the discussions, chances would be low in that scenario. You would have a very elevated collection of maybe 10 characters who would be likely, and then the rest is a crapshoot if they're included at all.
Yeah, like counting Piranha Plant, it was 11 characters pre DLC.
Yeah. But I forget the preamble leading up to this decision. I remember you and I having a conversation a couple months ago, or something about the Switch 2 and how things are working now. Oh yeah, we are like mutually agreeing. It's probably more likely that they're going to go back to, or evolve beyond how they did it, and do something more fresh. It was like I guess it's part of it's like the almost necessity to revamp some of these characters like Donkey Kong. Yeah. And having more of a vehicle. Ultimately, personally, like from the developers' lens and fans' lens, I would hope for and push for something different. And in that landscape, that I think is more likelier than an Ultimate 2 at this point, like foregoing the licensing drama and everything. Takamaru's chances, maybe I would still put him in the mid tier at best, because we're dealing with a lot of potential retro characters. And not even the ones that not even necessarily just the ones we're discussing. We could be talking about Takamaru today and end up with Bubbles tomorrow.
It's true.
You never
Very
know.
true.
Like it's funny of Sakurai to say, I like Takamaru is not popular. It's like, okay, well, all right, I'm like we've gone that route before, So Takamaru is both likely and unlikely all at the same time.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Like I feel like of the undone retro characters, he would be the easiest to implement. Certainly.
One of the
Because
yeah.
his moves are pretty much built already. You don't have to do a lot of creativity for it like you would have to do with Bubbles.
Yeah.
But we also got Ice Climber. We got the Duck Hunt Dog. We got Rob.
Yeah. All in their own way, like more uncanny than Takamaru.
Yeah. Sakurai likes giving us the unusual characters at pretty often.
That could be a ding against them. Like perhaps if we're not getting a reboot or some major remake of Murasame Castle, maybe we get the weird shit again.
Yeah.
Like
non-specific action figure. Here we go.
Yeah. Tomagon.
Yeah.
Sukapon. Oh, that'd be cool.
Muddy Mole.
Yeah, it's tough to say. It's like all I know is I wouldn't want to follow up Ultimate with anything. It's like there's always like that's like the ultimate smash. Now make a sequel to it. It's like I spot to be in.
I feel like Sakurai, based on what he said in the past about how he does not like cutting characters if he doesn't have to, I think his first instinct is going to be to try to do Everyone Is Here too. And if he can't, I think he'll pivot. I think he's going to come up with two plans. One if he can do Everyone Is Here too, one if he cannot.
I like near guarantee you that's the case. Like it's the business angle.
Yeah. If one or two characters aren't able to make it, I think he'll move forward. But if he's running into issues with several other third-party options, he's gonna be like, "Fuck it, fine."
Yeah,
we go new.
We're not gonna give you Cloud, Sephiroth, and Sora unless Tifa, Zack, and Mickey are playable.
Oh, we get Hero though? Sweet.
Yeah, no, and you're not gonna get Hero unless Slime riding Chocobos playable.
Okay, but that would be very interesting.
Yeah, right. Slime riding Chocobo riding Mocha.
Okay, now it's wrong. Anyway, so circle it back before we spend too much time on just one character here. Takamaru, retro character with some fight he'd have to get past. I don't want to go too low, but I feel like if I go much higher, I'm too high. So I'm gonna sit down at I'm gonna say 16%.
20.
20?
20.
Okay.
Yep.
What about you, Flamezone?
Yeah, I was waffling between 9% to 25%. It's like, but I think we're all in the same range. But I think I'm gonna give him 12%.
All right.
Ton Berry.
I think I'm a little bit softer on him because I just think he's like a dead Japanese only series, and like they haven't given Mother 3 any love besides Lucas, right? But it's like they pretend Mother 3 doesn't exist. So I'm just kind of, and if he is going to go for weird retro NES, I don't know if Murasame Castle like weird enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of soft on it.
All right. Well, that will average out to 16% overall.
They did tease us with Takamaru for a while. Not to harp on that point anymore than we have, but like we got Nintendo Land, Captain Rainbow, some re-releases in a short amount of time, and then it's like, dead. It's like they did a litmus test and maybe no one was interested, so they stopped.
Yeah, could be.
Another character that has kind of been teased to Smash fans, Bomberman. A third-party character who has had a crossover with Wario, is known for his bombs and kind of a puzzle game-ish.
Yeah.
I don't really fully know how to describe the Bomberman games.
Action puzzle.
Action puzzle, but also multiplayer competitive.
Yeah.
It's the thing. He's crossed over with Wario. He has an assist trophy in Ultimate, which was a what the fuck?
It was cool and offensive all at once.
It reignited the argument of, well, Bomberman can only set up bombs, so he couldn't really fight. It's like, my guys.
There's a well there. Yeah.
Even
We've
if he
had
only
worse.
uses
For sure.
like 20 different bombs he can do.
Yeah, there's a variety of bombs, and he could place them in a variety of different ways. There's stuff. I haven't done anything for him because I never played the games, but they could do something. But as for his chances, I don't think his company has had any games being smashed because he's Hudson Soft, isn't he?
Yeah, which is now owned by Konami.
Well, shit, he's dead.
Isn't Insta dead?
It's a joke because of Konami.
Okay. Yeah. I think I like Bomberman, and like what's kind of interesting is like a lot of the Smash characters already kind of have like a bomb mechanic, like quite a few of them, I believe. So it's like they'd really want to do it in a different way than like a Link down B, I would say, to like really make him stand out. But like he's undoubtedly gonna have bombs to do with almost everything
Yeah,
if he were in.
I feel like his special will just be 4 different moms.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Maybe like a bomb kick forward smash or something, like for like placement of the bombs, or like strategic placement could be a big thing for his abilities and stuff. But
I kind of feel like they do it similar to how his assist trophy is, where he just like places the bomb and it fixes in place wherever it is in the air.
Yeah.
I think, and then like each different bomb could like explode within a different kind of pattern. And then maybe like his obsession might be different, where maybe it's like, I don't know if this is the thing, but like a propeller bomb or something, like it has a little propeller and it like carries him up and then it explodes. I have no idea if that's a thing in Bomberman, but I think that's a funny idea.
Probably is.
In a world where we gave Sonic 2, perhaps arguably even 3 spin dashes, we can have somebody throw 4 different types of bombs.
Yeah.
Or more.
That's fair.
You're right. It's going to be Twilight Link.
Oh, good. How did we get here?
Hell.
I wish I knew.
What are you guys' like leans for it so far? I feel stronger about it than Takamaru, I would say.
I actually feel lower.
Like just like feel lower. Interesting.
Yeah.
I just kind of think like maybe I'm more along that Ultimate 2 kind of train of thought where it's like they need to be a spectacle or people that they know. And with Bomberman's like storied history, like East and West, I'm fairly certain. It's just like he's been on the N64. He's had like a history to SNES as well. Like I don't know. I think that he's got like the legacy to stand on his legs and kind of be like, oh, cool, they put Bomberman in. Like kind of maybe more like a lukewarm kind of reveal, but still like oh, that's cool. You know.
Yeah.
Bomberman Zero Bomberman.
No.
Okay, not that one. Not that one. We don't talk about that
That'd
one.
be like Bad Box Art Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel
That'd be
like
cool.
Bomberman, because like Ultimate, we always have like the retro character, right? Well, except for the original game, Game and Watch, Rob, Duck Hunt Dog. But then, oh dear, he's gone, which means all the cameras got fucked.
Sorry.
Weird. I was trying to say, I lost what I was trying to say. Oh, but then Ultimate threw us a wrench that the retro character for Ultimate is actually Simon and Richter Belmont. They're the ones that fill that retro slot. Bomberman wouldn't be a bad choice if they want to do a third-party retro slot. Again, alternatively, there's Ryu Hayabusa. Who Ryu? Oh, and Bill Reiser. It'd be Ryu, Bill, Bomberman could all like if they want to do like a retro slot of that nature again. Those are 3 good characters that they could do it with.
Yeah.
And for Konami, you mean then?
No, I'm in general.
Just retro.
Oh, it's in general for third party.
Yeah,
Konami,
because like how like Simon is the retro character of Ultimate, effectively. Because it's not.
I think it's also Castlevania is Konami, right?
Konami is its own bag of worms, though. Like, in the theoretical world where you can afford one Konami newcomer, is it Bomberman or is it Alucard or is it Twin B?
I don't think
Or
it's Twin
Matt?
B. But I honestly don't think it would be Alucard either. We know that Alucard was heavily considered, but I don't think they would go with that direction now that we already have the two Belmonts, unless they're replacing the two Belmonts. Then that's a maybe. But I also didn't think we were going to get Sephiroth, so, you know, what do I fucking know?
It's time for another white-haired babe to throw you off.
Okay. So it's going to be Spectre from Ape Escape.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
lit.
So good. But Bomberman, yeah, I feel lower on it. One with, I mean, there's a bevy of third-party options. I think he has lower chances of just that group in general. Konami itself kind of puts him lower for me. Well, I don't think the fact that he can only do bombs is necessarily a big factor. I do think it limits him creatively. Like
Sure.
like they can do it easily. But I think there's more interesting options that they would want to look at. The fact being an assist trophy can be both a positive and a negative. It kind of depends on the situation. In Bomberman's case, I think it's a negative because I think it's kind of we couldn't really do you. We could do this. Like if they were able to negotiate him being an assist trophy, they could have negotiated him being a character if they wanted to, and they chose not to. And I think that's the indicator there.
Good thought.
Interesting.
We had to just like yeah. What's it? I mean, any character is really possible, I think, but I think it is fair that they could be viewed as like creatively limited. But
Yeah,
I still feel stronger than Takamaru, though. I think.
that's fair. I'm gonna go with 9%. And if you want to go a lot higher, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Flamezone?
I started 25. I've come down to 18.
Jonno?
Okay. 12.
Interesting set.
The math is mathin'.
This will average out to a 13% chance. A bit below Takamaru. Our next one, I think, is going to be quite interesting to talk about because I
The porcelain
strangely
pig from Minecraft.
no, but it is something that's made of a material. Paper Mario is finally getting the Rate Their Chances debut. I teased it earlier in the season when I was like, "Oh, we haven't done Paper Mario on a Smash or to Rate Their Chances yet."
I remember that. I don't remember when you did it, but I remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember when I did it either.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Paper Mario.
What's
Yeah,
interesting to me with Paper Mario is outside of Bowser Jr., if we had been doing Rate Their Chances for Ultimate and Smash 4, I would have rated Paper Mario above any other Mario character that had a shot. Bowser Jr. is the only one where I might have gone Bowser Jr. over Paper Mario, but then I would have gone Paper Mario over Rosalina, over Daisy, over Piranha Plant, and then other characters I would have put him over Toad, over Geno, over Smithy.
Was even left Birdo?
Yeah, I would have put him over Birdo easily. And yet he hasn't gotten in. And I think it's honestly a little odd that he hasn't gotten in.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I want Geno and I want Waluigi, Paper Mario, I feel like, makes the most sense.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's like. Go ahead, John.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say like I just from like the Smash's release cycles or like their recent, if there's a pattern to be made, they almost always include like a Mario character, you know, like or like maybe multiple or yeah.
There's only been one time that we didn't get a Mario character, and that was Brawl.
Brawl.
And Ultimate is the only other time when we didn't get 2 new Mario characters. No, even Ultimate. Every game except for Brawl has given us 2 new Mario characters, and then Brawl gave us -1.
Yeah.
It's
And
interesting.
I bet you, I bet you there's like a quota to hit now. Like, I don't think that they will release a Smash again without adding a Mario character at this stage. And and Paper Mario is like it's a whole. It kind of represents so much more than just his own series. It kind of represents the RPG side of Mario, like way more physically than like Mario and Luigi or Super Mario RPG, which just got a remake. I mean, you have Geno for that, but like Paper Mario is like, yeah, especially with how they've done, like they've kind of veered a different direction with like the creative, King Origami King and all that stuff too. Like they could go that route if they really wanted to, if they want to push that a bit stronger. So it is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of tools they could go for. Whether even if you just limited him to really his hammer, there's all the different party members from 64 and Thousand Year Door. There's the badges from those same games, the pixels from Super Paper Mario, and he also like there's the 3D flip there as well. You could even do the stickers from Sticker Star if you really wanted to, or the colors from Color Splash. There's the origami, both in Origami King and in Thousand Year Door that you could pull from.
Yeah. Thousand Year Door, to your point, Eric, has also remade recently.
There you go.
Yep.
And it's currently the most recent Paper Mario game. Like we haven't seen it. I haven't even seen any rumors about a new one on the horizon. I'm sure there is something in the works because there's pretty much always been a Paper Mario game in the works since the first one. But
I hope it's in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Curious about
Yeah.
Told well, but not like overwhelmingly enough.
Yeah, it's like oh, go ahead, John. Yeah. No, you had a point you wanted to make, so you should make.
Yeah, if there's, I don't know what it is either. You can't say that it would be awkward to translate a character from a 2D plane to 3D one because we've already done that with Game & Watch. It would be sensible to include Paper Mario. This is one of those characters where I don't feel there are any serious things like against them.
Yeah, I think the only thing I could think of is just like they're self-conscious about having many versions of Mario, like Mario, Dr. Mario, Paper Mario. Maybe they thought that would have been a detractor. I mean, we talk about links, right?
If you like add Dr. Mario, add Paper Mario, add Chris Pratt as Mario, and he's so cool.
So I do wonder if that's what they're thinking, but but also if they're going a route where they start from scratch or like with a new game, I think that they would sooner, axe Dr. Mario at this stage and bring in Paper Mario or something in his spot, like way more likely.
Yeah,
I think that the only competition Paper Mario really has is that they include one Mario character and they decide to include Pauline.
Pauline is the biggest. Pauline is big competition right now. The question is, would Pauline be a Mario character or a Donkey Kong character? Because she rides the line. She could. I feel like they would put her in the Donkey Kong section, especially because one, that was her debut, but it was also Mario's debut. But then also Bonanza. Well, Donk City is evidence towards the Mario series. It's hard to say which way they would go. But I don't know. But like there's 5 Mario characters, counting Pauline, if it's a Mario character in this conversation, that are in debate as far as I'm concerned. Paper Mario, Pauline, Waluigi, Geno, and Toad. Those are the 5 most likely. Normally, I would not put. Yeah, normally I would not say Geno is likely, but with the recent Mario RPG remake, his odds have never been higher. Are they high enough? I don't know.
It's Mario. Like it's not a niche series, so there's a lot you can choose from.
Yeah, the farther away we get from that game's release, the lower his odds get, in my opinion. But we also know, like, we haven't. If he's not in the next Smash game, he's done. That's just how it's gonna be.
Waluigi.
But considering we know Smash isn't currently being worked on, Kirby Air Riders is, all the chances are still are still all in play.
Yeah. Very true.
It's a tough one. But yeah, like I think its chances are so intrinsically high just because on the very basis of being like a staple Mario character.
Yeah. I'm actually going to give Paper Mario not only the highest odds I've given a character from this season, but also the highest odds I've given of a character from last season. And to be fair, at least for this season's numbers, the bar isn't that high because the highest I went was a 66% for Rauru.
Yeah.
So I'm above 66% is all I will say for the moment.
I've got a number in mind myself.
What do you got?
80%.
Oh, 80, wow.
90.
Oh my god. Throwing it out there.
Throwing it out there. It's
I
been
have
a
a-
while since I did a high percent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if I'm comfortable with that high.
I'm feeling good about Paper Mario being one of the likeliest Mario characters, and especially in to consideration, it's like if we get more than one Mario character, which is at least still likely, he's there. He's in the top 3 at least, probably the top 2.
I was actually in a range of 65 to 75 just because I just wonder in the back of my mind if they're just gonna ignore him again. Like, but I'll make the math easy, say 70.
You
All right, well that's an 80% average then. I don't need to do my calculator on that one. All right. Next up, we did Bomberman. Let's talk about another man.
Hello?
It's
I think I
Rayman.
dropped for a sec.
Rayman is next from Ubisoft. We made a moveset for him earlier this season. Oh god, Jonno. We're hearing me. Through your mic.
I hear you.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Still happening. Figure it out. All right, so we got Rayman. We did a smash up to him earlier this season, so we already know what he can do. He's got detachable limbs. He's got a floating head. He's interesting. And Smash fans have been talking about Rayman for a while because people could swear they saw him hidden in the ice in Smash 4's Battlefield stage, and they thought there was going to be a trailer where he bursts out of it. And then randomly, him and Glowbox and I think Batilla all had trophies in Smash 4. I was like, what the fuck? What? Did a deal fall through? But then why were they able to keep the trophies? It doesn't make any sense. But there is a connection Rayman has with Smash already. And it's very, very weird. It's weirder than the Bomberman situation. Like, it's weirder than the Rathalos situation. What the fuck is going on?
It's true. Maybe they thought it would just be enough of a value add, or people get excited about seeing it. But yeah, trophies are kind of just negligible.
Another hard hitter.
Oh, not Batilla. It was Barbara that had a trophy.
Yeah, I remember there was like a push for like Rayman Legends on like the Wii U or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it came from. But
I mean, Legends was on Wii U. Rayman also he returns as Spirit in Ultimate. So for some reason, Rayman is like canonized as part of the Smash universe. Yet he's only ever been a trophy in Spirit. He's never had anything else. Like, what the fuck? It's
Yeah,
so weird.
it's so
and
weird.
it's the only case like that, which makes it even more bizarre.
Yeah. Like, we had characters who were assist trophies or bosses in Ultimate, or we've had, like, Mii Fighter Cosmos, which is, like, the lowest tier you can be, I feel like that's below trophy tier. But it's less weird to have that than it is to just be trophy levels. Like, what the fuck? It's so weird. I don't understand what's going on with Rayman and Smash. It clearly Sakurai has thought about it. Clearly. But why it
Do
hasn't
you guys
happened,
want
I
to hear?
don't know.
Do you want to hear a really hot take?
Sure.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, a rabbit is more likely than Rayman.
If Rayman had not been in the DLC for Sparks of Hope, I think I would agree with that. And you just made Jonno quit the podcast. Well done. I haven't been able to do that. So thank you. Thank you.
I'm been promoted to
Seriously
co-host.
though.
Let's go.
Let's not go that far. Back to what I was saying though. The fact that Rayman did get DLC in the Mario and Rabbids games, I don't know if I would say that necessarily. There was definitely an era where Rayman was left in the dumpster with the Rabbids. Then we got Rayman Origins, we got Rayman Legends, and then there was the Mario and Rabbids games again. But then we had the Rayman DLC. It would be nice if we could get like a new actual Rayman game first, but
Because like frankly, like the main Rayman's platforming series is kind of dormant. Like it's been 12 years, 2013.
God.
And I love those games actually. Those like some of like the funnest like platforming, like just like classic good fun. But it's still Mario and Rabbids in a title. I mean, like you're like that's a lot of weight to put onto the DLC component, and like I don't know if it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Rabbid Peach, it's right there. It's right there.
If they had to pick one of the rabbitized versions of a Mario character, Rabbid Peach is the one to go for because that's where all the personality is. The second best choice is Rabbid Cranky.
Yep.
Rabid Cranky brought me back. What a guy.
Oh yeah, the denture pop gun.
Maybe Andre will be the Rayman rep.
Does anyone know who that is?
Oh
I have no idea.
no, okay. I it took me a bit. Andre is the villain of Rayman 2. Or 3?
3. He appears in the final Smash that we created earlier this year.
Yeah, he does.
This is Andre.
Andre is. Do you know what the lums are in classic Rayman?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Andre is a black lum, which you can only create by scaring a regular lum, and then they become evil.
Rayman lore.
Yes. Rayman's hand is actually a jerk because Rayman's hands have their own autonomy, which is weird. And one day, while Rayman was sleeping, Rayman's hands were just like crawling around. It's like, hey, a lum, I gotta do shadow puppets. And then they terrorized the lum and it turned into Andre. So Rayman is responsible for the villain. Canonically.
Wow.
I would let Rayman be in Smash, but only if his hands are not a part of the equation. Those guys suck.
Yeah, those guys do suck. That's right.
Well, his hands are Master Hand and Crazy
boy.
Hand. That's why he's a trophy! Rayman is the origin of Master Hand and Crazy Hand. There's the real deep lore.
That'd be the most insane trailer.
It's been there the whole time.
When you get Master Nose and Mouth in the next game and it's just Rayman.
Actually, that would be the way to do the trailer. Just show like Mario fighting what you think is Master Hand and Crazy, and the camera pans out, and you see Rayman's hands just like slapping the stage. That would be funny as hell.
Well, you just figured out the pitch. 100%.
Yeah, we can't do 100.
99%.
You could say that if you wanted to. I'm not. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
24%.
Pretty good. I'm softer on Rayman. I want to say 12.
Okay, Donna.
if we don't get something from Ubisoft in the next game, I've convinced myself it's because Ubisoft has shot themselves in the foot, which would not be surprising.
Honestly, yeah.
I feel warm towards Rayman. You know, he's still the mascot of the company. He's had a slight resurgence recently in like materials and DLC for Sparks of Hope. So he's still around. He's still there. Although they also just gutted the studio that made Legends. So
Uh,
yeah. So it's so back and forth. And then the question for me too is going the Ubisoft route. Is it Rayman or is it Ezio or something Assassin's Creed?
It's gonna be Watch Dogs, actually.
the
Yeah.
newest Assassin, probably. Not even a classic one.
Aiden Pierce returns. It's gonna be Assassin Rayman. What is it's costume and legends? Anyway, I feel good about it, but I don't feel good about it to say like he has astronomical chances over the bevy of other third party options that we have. 15.
All right. That will bring us to 17% chance.
1917 is when the first Rayman game came out.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
All right, we've had two mans. How about a Mon for our final character of the season?
Oh boy.
Sneeze.
Yeah. Oh boy, is right, because Jonno picked the ones for this episode, and he chose our last one to discuss is Agumon.
From the Digimon franchise.
What? Wait, what? Hold up.
It's so crazy, it just might work.
Honestly, Jonno did convince me of the possibility a few years ago when he's like, hey, what's the difference between the Digimon digital pets and the Game & Watch games? Like, fuck, you're actually not that wrong. God damn it. There
Actually,
is basis. Because that's technically a game. That was their origin.
Yep. And then we got other toys and anime, but then more recently, it's become. I think Digimon's really well known for producing quality games. These maybe the last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Cyber Sleuth and Digimon World and et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera. This Digimon
You got a
story.
niche.
Yeah. So it's there, and you know, and the other side of this pitch is like, so you have Namco Bandai. They're a major part of Smash. They've developed the last couple of games. You have Pac-Man, you have Kazuya, you have other opportunities for Namco characters. Of course, Soul Calibur Tales, but where do you get Bandai involved? It's like Digimon's your one chance to represent that side of the coin. I think they would be interested in doing that. You know, it's a cute little thing, but also it's more than just catch. Like Digimon's like legit still popular.
Yeah, because like even think about like some of the ones we got. Like think about like the theme of the Ultimate DLC, like the fan favorites, like Ridley, King K. Rool, Banjo, and Sora. It's like those are like older series. That's like hitting the nostalgia notes. You know, it's a nostalgia for a lot of '90s kids. Digimon.
Yeah.
Seeing it, it's like, holy shit! I haven't thought of Digimon in years. This is amazing. He can transform into War Greymon. Oh my god! You know, like that would yeah, it would be a good trailer.
It would be fucking badass.
Get the song in there too. Digivolve. Oh,
Oh my god.
I feel like, first of all, Agumon would be one of the DLC Fighters Pass type characters.
Yeah.
They would absolutely use that as promotion, sell the DLC with the character like that. He'd hit the internet in a way similar to Cloud, to Sephiroth, to Sora, to Banjo. Trying to think of what the other DLC characters that really. Oh, Steve. He would hit Hero. The internet would go nuts.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, but I'm divided, truthfully, because um I can both see it and also not see it. Like I see the potential. I'm not sure if Nintendo pulls the trigger or not. But I do think if there is any other monster catching franchise, that would get in addition to Pokemon, it's 100% going to be Digimon. It's not going to be any of the others.
Bandai.
They're suing Power World. They want to add them to Smash.
Instead. Yeah, I agree, and I wonder if the Pokemon Company would have contention with that. And
I mean,
don't know.
Pokemon Company can't control that.
If they had yeah, that's true. If they had a say in it or not, so who cares? Yeah,
But-
it's one of those things. When you roll the die on a character who it would be this heavy on the hype machine, it's always that question of like, will it actually happen, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, you would question that with, will Banjo-Kazooie ever happen? Will Sephiroth ever happen? Do people care about K. Rool anymore? Will that ever actually happen? To their credit, the answer is yes for all those.
Yeah. And like if we had done this for Cloud, for Sephiroth, for Sora, for I wouldn't have said the same for Hero. For several of those characters, I would have said no fucking way. I would have said like, yeah, Hero, yes, Steve, yes. I think those would happen. I would never. Well, Hero would have had a better chance than Cloud, at least. But I would not have. I definitely would not have been like, yes, yeah, absolutely. We all thought Cloud was a fucking joke, and for many years he was. And then the Smash ballot happened. They were just like, oh, maybe we should have a Final Fantasy character. People actually want it. It's like, wait, huh? What?
Yeah, I will remember Zantok's reaction to Cloud's reveal forever. Like the moment you realized, it's like, I don't think I've ever heard his voice go higher.
That was an instant reveal. I was like,
if you had been there when I saw the Mario RPG reveal, it would have been higher.
Oh, I bet.
But like, I feel like Agumon is a character that I would say no chance, and then I would be shocked by. I was like, holy shit, they went there.
Right. It has.
So does it intrinsically make his percentage higher? Then
yes,
that's hard. That's tough to say.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna put him Paper Mario tier, but I'll put him above everybody else I've said today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Respectable. I'll give him a respectable. And this might be a little high still, but it's me. 40.
40, nice.
I'm going 31.
Yeah, I was in that range too. Yeah, I was going to say 34.
All right. That will average this out to 35%.
Gotta catch them all.
It's a solid shot to shock the world, I'd say.
And two of the characters have reached our top 10 of the season. Agumon and Paper Mario are in our top 10 of this season now.
Nice. Respect.
To be revealed at the Tournament of Champions, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Paper Mario's shot to the top spot, right?
I mean, if anybody's been paying attention, they kind of know who's where. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Be right back. 2 minutes. Maybe less. Continue.
Okay. Well, we'll continue without him as we get into our Smasher Dash of the season. Our penultimate Smasher Dash, and as we tend to do, our penultimate Smasher Dash always is where we get a little odd. The first matchup being things that are possible and video game related, but are just what is this? It's a weird matchup. Like previous years, we've done Anubis II versus Elvis from Digital Data Design. Yeah, we did F-Type versus the Savvy Stylist, the Fall Guy versus the Crewmate, the Sims versus the Lemmings, Shy Guy versus Critter. And then our second matchup is always where we go with non-video game things. Goku versus Spider-Man, Ronald McDonald versus Burger King, Tony Hawk versus Shaquille O'Neal. They both have video games. It works. SpongeBob versus Shrek. In last season, we had Clippy versus the AOL Man. Fucking love that one. This year, we're doing it the same, but also a little bit different. Because this year, we've got 2 trio battles, and we have not done a trio battle since season 1, where we did 3 different grass stars in one episode. In another episode, we did Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude. So we've got 2 more trio battles for you. So the first one is between Mario versus Mario versus Mario? Wait, what? Hang on a minute.
He's already in Smash.
I'm sorry. Let me back up. Let me clarify this for you. It's Mario as played by Lou Albano in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show versus Mario as played by Bob Hoskins in the Super Mario Brothers movie versus Mario as played by Chris Pratt in the Super Mario movie or whatever it was called. I think shit.
Super Mario Bros. Movie, I think, right?
I think so. I couldn't remember because I think it had the same title as the Hoskins one. Oh no, okay, yeah, it was Super Mario Brothers versus the Super Mario Brothers movie. That's the distinction. Yeah. I couldn't quite recall for sure, but yeah. So it's these 3 different versions of Mario that we're going to be discussing first. So we'll be discussing things that are just like only seen in these versions of the characters, like with Chris Pratt Mario. We can discuss Catsuit because he uses the catsuit at one point in the movie, but we would not be discussing the ice flower because he doesn't use the ice flower in the movie. And so only things that are from their specific show or movie. Lou Albano is where it gets even more interesting because the Super Mario Bros. Super Show not only had the live action skits where we saw live action him, Luigi, and then a celebrity guest each episode. But they also have the animated short in each one of those episodes too, that were actually in the Mushroom Kingdom. And I think they're supposed to be the same version of the character. I think they're still voiced by the same by Lou. I'm not really sure about that, or if it's just like 2 different shows in one time slot. I'm not 100% sure. I've only ever seen one episode, and that was the first episode. So, but that's what we got. We're doing that for our first Smash or Dash this episode, and it's interesting. Yeah, either of these 3 characters you could make be different than the base Mario or Dr. Mario that we have currently in Smash, because you just got to lean in on specifically what they do in their properties.
Yeah, that is a wild one. That's a blast from the past. There's a good theme song in that Super Show.
Mm-hmm. And every episode is like it's episodic. So every episode they have like a different odd thing. Like one of them, they meet like a baseball coach, and they're trying to like Luigi's trying to join the team or something. And they also I was looking up a few different episodes, so I would have something to discuss. Yeah. And they try to feed him meatballs that they made. It's a famous Mama Mario meatball recipe. And he's like, "Ugh, this tastes like horse hide and string." And apparently that's the secret ingredient. It's like, what the fuck? So in that same episode, like Mario is pitching meatballs to Luigi, and Luigi swings an iron pipe at them to show his baseball skills. It was like, okay, so you can have an attack where he throws a meatball. Or like they make pizza multiple times in the show, so they could do something where they do like a pizza toss attack. They could do just like pull a bunch of weird stuff that just happens in that show. There's a segment where they're trying to unclog a sink, and there's a clog monster. Okay, there you go. There's a lot of things to pull from there. And then there's Bob Hoskins' version, which I watched the movie for the first time leading up to the animated movie. I was like, all right, I got to see it at least once so I can like compare it and talk about it. And I'll say it wasn't great. It definitely was not great. It was better than the Minecraft movie, though. I will say that much.
Dang.
Like I will say, Minecraft respected its source material better, but as a movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie was better than the Minecraft movie, which is a lot. It's bad. It's not. Oh boy. What in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, like they use some elements of Mario, but it's in a very different way. like Bowser is like a real estate tycoon, and he has a really weird haircut. My God,
That sounds like somebody I know.
Yoshi is is a velociraptor. Daisy hatches from an egg. There's a Bob-omb, which is mostly normal, except its little wind peak is on the side of it and not the back, and it's not alive. Snippets are garbage men. There's the Boom Boom Bar, where they encounter Big Bertha, who has the Thwomp Stomper boots that she gives to Mario, and he can do big jumps in the Thwomp Stomper boots.
Yep.
It's a wild movie. It's not good, but I didn't feel like I wanted to tear out my intestines while watching it like I did the Minecraft movie.
Chicken
I
Jack.
hope the next time we're together, we can all watch Mario Brothers 93 together in a theater.
We
That'd
could
be
just
sick.
do it over Discord.
In a theater on Discord, yes.
It's not going to be in theater.
The
Gotta make a request
30th
for
anniversary is coming up.
There's no fucking
Actually,
chance in
like that.
hell.
The 35th anniversary.
But then to continue, then there's the animated Super Mario Brothers movie that we got recently with Chris Pratt voicing Mario. So
cool.
so to make it be clear, if any of these three characters got into Smash, it wouldn't be like an animated Mario voiced by Lou Albano. It'd be Lou Albano dressed as Mario. It'd be Bob Hoskins in his dressed as Mario, like so the exact same outfits they had in the show of the movie, and then Chris Pratt Mario would look like the Mario from the movie, which would be Uncanny Valley, but it's there. So like the things that like Mario actually uses in that movie, he has obviously the Super Mushroom. He uses the Superstar, the Super Leaf. He has the Blue Mushroom, unfortunately. In Cat Mario, there's also the ball and chain that they use with Bowser's Castle that you could potentially do something with. He jumps off of a trampoline at the training course. The goal pulse, which I don't really know if they could do anything with that. Theoretically, you
star
could do
too,
something
right?
with I mentioned the star.
Yeah.
There's other power ups that like other characters use, like the fire flower is used by both Peach and Donkey Kong, and then the ice flower is used by Peach. I don't think they do anything with Yoshi's appearance. You see a cannon, but you don't do anything with it. They could do something with the cart because Mario does. They have that whole Mario Kart sequence. There's just like a variety of other things that they could utilize. What that's like in the universe that Mario maybe doesn't directly use, but theoretically they could.
Yeah. You also draw back to like they show like their plumbing era too. It actually had
Yeah.
like a plunger and wrench and whatever else.
That would be his entrance animation, I think, is their van would drive up and Mario would jump out of it. I think Lou's would be animated Mario first appearing and then turning into Lou Albano, and then Bob Hoskins. I don't know what his entrance animation would be actually.
Rides in on Velociraptor Yoshi.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Jumps off a Goomba's head. You know what those Goombas look like?
I know they do
Oh,
something like showing how he enters the dinosaur land or whatever they call it in the dinosaur land. I think might be what they call the world in that one. I don't remember how that looks when they enter the Mario world.
They just kind of kick a door. The poster of that movie. They like kick a door open and they're standing in front of it with their plumbing equipment or whatever, standing in front of the giant M. That's what
apparently they leap through a solid rock wall. That's not actually solid.
that could be the entrance animation. Very 90s.
Yeah. Dino Hatton is also the town in the old
course
movie because it's
Oh,
Manhattan but dinosaurs.
Do you think Lou Albano and Bob Hoskins would return to the studio to record some voice lines?
No.
It's not your chances though. We can get them in there.
They're
Are you
dead.
sure?
They're both dead.
Oh
For a
yeah,
while.
shit.
Also,
Lou
Bob
died,
Hoskins
like, 10 years
hated
ago.
the movie. He hated doing it. He was drunk for most of it because it was the only way that he could tolerate it.
Wasn't John Leguizamo also like not excited about it?
No, I don't think he
I
was.
think he talked mad shit.
Well, he also talked mad shit about the new version because he was mad that he wasn't asked to be in it. It's like, didn't you hate the first one you were in? Why would they ask?
Right. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Bob
It was really
Hoskins died
sad,
in
though, is that,
2014. Lou Albano died in 2009. So they've both been dead for a bit.
Jesus. A little bit.
Chris Pratt,
Ooh.
though,
Use
is
AI
still
and
alive.
fix that up. Just bring him back from the grave using
I mean,
AI. Oh.
they would
Go.
probably just reuse voice clips.
Yep. Or get Chris to voice all of them.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
The real tragedy, there's no Charles Martinet on that screen right there.
I mean, he never played another version besides the ones we see in the games, and in I think one commercial.
So long, Gay Bowser.
I sure hope we get more of Charles somewhere in voice acting. Nintendo wise.
Yeah, in the next Mario movie, he'll voice some other small role.
They should have Mario and Luigi in the second Mario movie like meet Charles, and he's literally just Charles, and he's like revered as some sort of god.
Okay, but it's live action Charles is being revered as God, in a similar
Yes.
manner to how SpongeBob movies use their live action characters.
Yeah, I was
So,
thinking
yeah,
of
that'd be
David
sick.
Hasselhoff in the first SpongeBob movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
If only. If only. Put some respect on that, man.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll say I know the discussion is perhaps young. My inclination is more towards the earlier renditions of Mario. So like Lou Albano and Bob Hoskins, they're both from this more nebulous, strange, like weirdo era of media where you know for years gamers were disenfranchised by TV and movies trying to turn their games into something because it would always be some weirdo shit. It would always be so bizarre. Like at least Albano, like he you know, the Super Show was a respectable kids program. It was not canon in many ways, but it was okay. You know, it was of the era. 90s Mario, the movie. What the fuck? That's quite. But you know, there's a certain charm to the earlier, even Hoskins as Mario that you know because it's bad, because it's a product of its time, that makes it so interesting. You know, in a way, to me, in my mind right now, Chris Pratt's Mario, it's Mario with a worse voice, and he has some of the abilities from the game. So you're like more or less making an alternate moveset for modern Mario, and that's kind of the sell.
Yeah, just with the worst voice, right? Like with like a, ooh, don't talk, like mute that.
Mario is Garfield and Star Lord and whatever his name was on Parks and Rec, Andy.
I'm reading
So
here about
cool.
other actors who were considered for the role instead of Bob Hoskins. Dustin Hoffman wanted to do it, but was turned down. Nintendo wanted Danny DeVito, but he turned them down after reading the script. Tom Hanks said he would do it for $5 million. They were just like, that's too pricey. And then they chose Bob Hoskins. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Keaton were both offered King Koopa, but they both turned it down.
Thank God, at least for Arnold. Like, what?
There's some integrity there, yeah.
Although, you know, you could, you know, Eric mentioned the plumbing being more of an aspect of the Mario movie, and I did like that, even though it was like the most Illumination-esque sequence. You know, you had the dog chasing them, and I was like, whatever. But for the purposes of this, you could engage with that, and you can have like the plumbing van that they have, or the commercial, or the dog, their plunger. You can have wrench. You could, Sport Form and Spike could be involved somehow theoretically. So there are like these outside things, and like I don't know. The final smash could be, you know, pulling from the final sequence of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Final
I kinda
Smashing
like-
could be Mario
Go ahead.
Kart sequence.
Yeah, that's true.
I like John's train of thought, like going back to like the '90s and earlier, just kind of like weird time and kind of it's kind of more endearing to me versus just alternative Mario. Like it's just kind of like it's fine. Like to me, like what's cool about Lou Albano, what stands out to me from that era, like the Super Show, like the live action segments, is like you can rely on like those very stereotypical Italian stereotypes, kind of like throwing the meatballs, throwing the pizza, the funny
Yeah.
voices or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think there's plenty of segments even from that show, the live action pieces, where he's like fixing a toilet with a plunger. Like I'm sure there's
Yeah.
lots of those. So like you can very distinctly like lean into that weirdness, that zaniness, and still get the plunger aspect, or like the plumber aspect of his
Yeah.
character.
And I love Lou's outfit as Mario. You
Yeah.
know, it's again like very of the times, not kind of copying off of the Jumpman art from back then, because it was the 80s and early 90s. So that's unique. Just the way he carries himself, like, oh, I'm Mario, woohoo! Like it's just so like off and cool in a way. Like it's funny. It's yeah.
Like the
So
Stooges
I
kind of
agree with
humor almost, right? Yeah.
I agree with that train of thought. And the other thought too, because there are animated segments of the Super Show, like it's very 80s. He appears. There's an opening sequence where something's happening, and then they in the real world, and then they're like, and this reminds me of the time in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then they go to the cartoon for 20 minutes, and then the ending segment for 5 seconds. So you could invoke that. You could have Lou as like the primary and have him be like his real life form, but then transform into the cartoon Mario.
Yeah.
In the moveset.
I kind of feel like I would save the cartoon version for the final Smash. Like, have the majority of the time it's Lou doing things from the live action segments, but the final Smash is like, all right, that's it, time to get serious, and he goes into his cartoon form.
Yeah. I agree. And would we have there were celebrity guests all the time in the live action segments of that show. So Cyndi Lauper is going to be there.
There's going to be Cher, which.
Yep.
One of the I was looking up some of the episodes, like, okay, so one of the things that they could have the Lou version do is like, oh, you could have Poochie the dog, but it doesn't look like the Poochie that we know from Yoshi's Island. He's I forget what he was. Hang on a minute.
Literally a real dog.
No, I know that. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of dog it was.
Yeah, I know.
Bulldog. It was a bulldog. But in that episode, they use the pizza transforming machine, and Mario and Poochie swap bodies. So Mario inside of Poochie's body, which I would not do that for the moveset. I would just have like Poochie run ahead and then disappear after a short distance.
Yeah. Have Poochie appear in a taunt and say, "Looking cool, Lou."
Wait, no. All the taunts and all the victory poses are some of the different celebrity appearances.
There you go. Why not, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. What a time. You get a wrestler to play Mario for fucking I don't know how many seasons.
For 52 episodes. In the span, which all aired in. Wait. Okay, no, there were some skips, but it was all in 1 year. It was September 4th to November 30th. Wow.
Holy smokes, man.
They packed that in. And then at the same time, the Zelda show was airing, and it didn't have nearly as many episodes.
God. There's a reason.
Excuse me, princess.
I remember having an affection towards the Super Show back in the day. Like I really, this was pre-streaming. This was like 1999, and I would be like, "Oh man, I wish we could subscribe to whatever that channel, Deke, and watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show." Like it was such a big thing. Like, God, and then Hoskins was like that, but edgy. Anyway.
Yeah. To me, the difference between like Hoskins and Lou is just like I have like good memories with like the Super Show, and then like '93, I just rather just forget it exists still. Like it's like,
I also, kids have no taste, as it were.
Yeah.
Like you play Mario. Let's say you play Mario Odyssey, and you're 6 years old. Amazing game, but then you see Mario as Bob Hoskins in the '93 movie, and as a child, you're not registering if it's good or bad. You're like, it's Mario and the big screen. So when I was when I was a kid, mid 2000s, I was like, fuck yeah, Mario is on Disney Channel being shown. This is like the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. And like we proceeded to like look for a DVD of that movie. Like even though my sister was older, she's like, "Oh, that movie sucks."
It ain't good.
And we never tracked down the DVD, so
There are
Save.
worse movies out there. It ain't good.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
So,
Didn't they use a flamethrower at some point in the movie? Or am I
I think
mistaken?
so. Yeah.
Okay,
I
slap that
think if you
baby on
remove
hot-
the Mario, first of all, I think if you remove the Mario branding, the quality of the movie doesn't change. I think it would be remembered better, but I also don't think it would be remembered.
It wouldn't be like Ghostbusters. It's not like a cult classic.
Yeah.
It would be called Dino Hatton if it hadn't been if they removed all the Mario branding.
Yeah. Like, good name anyway. Can't be worse than Jurassic Park 3.
You mean Jurassic World 3?
Jurassic World 3. Which one was
either
that?
one.
That's the newest one. Because there's
was
3
fun.
Jurassic
No,
Parks,
no,
and now there's 3. No, there's
there's
4
4
Jurassic
Jurassic
Worlds.
Worlds.
Shit, that's right. I keep
Yeah.
throwing the third one
I
actually.
just like the first one.
God.
First one's good.
The first two. The first two. And I don't think the third one was terrible. But it was like, okay, we're starting to milk this. And then Jurassic World 1 was like, okay, soft reboot. Sure. But why are you doing this in the universe when this has already led to tragedy in the past? You guys should not be doing this. And then after that, they were making more. I was like, okay, no, all right, I'm done. Stop it.
First World sucked.
I was also
The
going to
next
say
two
too.
were not that better. 3 was actually fine-ish. 4 was good. 4 was solid, actually. Anyway,
Looping back to this discussion again too, I think that we'd be remiss not to do like the Mario rap on Lou Albano in some way. We gotta you gotta get in there.
That's
Missing out if you don't.
do the Mario is the victory animation.
Yeah, with the full track.
Yeah, like how Sephiroth has the flames behind him in his victory, but it's the same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference is that
there's
different
a lot
characters appear in the background with him with each different version. Otherwise, it's the exact same animation.
Right. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of discourse we could be yet to have where we're like digging in and we're like, here's what Lou could do, here's what Hoskins can do, here's what Pratt Mario can do, whatever. We can dive in more, but I'm starting to feel something for one of them.
All right. Well, shall we do it then?
You want to do it on 3? You want to all of us together?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3. And then after 3, we all say which one of these 3 Marios we would add into Smash as a playable character.
Yes.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Lou.
Bob
Lou Albano.
Hoskins.
No, sir. It's Lou Albano.
I had a feeling you two were gonna go Lou, but I like the idea of like I think Lou is objectively the correct choice, but I like Bob with how they had they took the twist on the Mario items, and it's like
Right.
Thwomp stomping boots that let you jump and just crash down into things, or having the Bob on that just slowly walks forward. It amuses me, and then sure, the evolution guns because they use those after they steal them away. I just think that'd be funny, and you just have the Bob Hoskins attitude. It's like how he hates everything. It's great. I love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, obviously, now no Chris Pratt, Lou Albano is the choice that makes it in. My vote is still going to go to Bob, but yeah, Lou makes sense.
I mean,
Respectable.
I mean, going into it, I knew it was between those two. Like Chris Pratt, Mario, it has its place. I enjoyed the movie. I'm looking forward to the next one. But in this setting, it's like the two guys from
Yeah.
the weird shit. It's like,
Yeah,
there you go. Captain Lou, though, I mean, his Mario he's light. You know, he instills a hope. You know, it's cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me
All right.
nostalgic for like remember finding. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to derail, but remember
No.
like. But to your point about like a kid just being amazed by like whatever they see, it recognizing like I'm playing like Donkey Kong
Yeah.
64 and I find like the Donkey Kong animated show on like a VHS tape in like a movie gallery. You're like, oh my god, it's Donkey Kong. It's just like it's objectively a terribly animated cartoon, but
Yeah.
it's at the time you're like this. I love this. It's
I thought
Donkey
that
Kong.
I thought that about that cartoon too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember that song. You make love like a golden banana.
Yeah, like coconut cream pie, whatever. It's like, oh my god.
The only good thing to come out of that show is King K. Rool's vocal performance. Like that
True.
that dude was
The
like,
music was pretty. It was goated. It was goated.
yeah, yeah. It's like why does Donkey Kong sing so well? It's like kind of. Pauline sings well too, but she only sings like in Splatoon gibberish. Anyway, well, and Bonanza. Burp.
I definitely was not paying attention to anything about Bonanza because I'm going to start playing it tomorrow.
It's a good game.
Fucking finally have to start. But that's just been one matchup. Now we did 3 different non-video game versions of a video game character. The same video game character for our first matchup. Our second matchup is going to be 3 different movie/show versions of characters, all played by the same person. Now, didn't say all video game characters because actually none of them are video game characters. We did originally plan for a video game character to be in this episode, but then we changed it. So, first off, we have Pedro Pascal versus Pedro Pascal versus Pedro Pascal. Wait, hold on. I did the thing again. Let me explain. Pedro Pascal portraying Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire versus Pedro Pascal portraying Din Djarin, the Mandalorian of Star Wars, versus Pedro Pascal portraying Mr. Fantastic of Fantastic Four: First Steps. So, we got a little bit more variety in what these 3 characters can do, but all played by the same man with the same face, and, well, 2 of these appearances have a mustache, a third one does not.
Yeah.
How do we know for sure he's the Mandalorian? We never, he's wearing a helmet.
He
does take his
takes the helmet off in an episode.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, his wiki page has, like, helmet picture, face picture.
But does he take his pants off like Master Chief though?
I don't
Master
think
Cheeks.
so.
The world will be so lucky.
The world is a better place for that. If only the Halo show did not do what the Halo show did.
Good old Jose Pedro Balmaceda Pascal. Why aren't we talking about Max Lord?
Oh yeah, I forgot he was. I didn't watch Wonder Woman 84 because the poster was awful. For another thing, the trailer was like, what the fuck? Like they did the first Wonder Woman was all right. Then they do this trailer for the second one. It's like, I'm out. What the fuck's this? This new armor makes no sense.
I do think it's funny how he dunks on himself about that movie. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, it was terrible, and I looked terrible in it."
And I will say, and Flamezone, you brought this up before we started. Joel Miller, where his other recent famous portrayal, portraying Joel in the Last of Us TV show. Well, Joel was originally going to be in this episode. That was part of the plan. And then they announced that Pedro was going to be playing Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four. And we were just like, hey, let's drop Joel from the sub and replace him for two big reasons. One, that way we don't have a video game character in this mix-up compared to the 3 versions of Mario, the video game character. And two, Mr. Fantastic is just different compared to the other two, whereas Joel is guns and knives, and then versus spear and then spear and guns. Joel would have been the
Yeah.
same weaponry again.
Yeah. So that's the thought process. I'm glad we're doing it without him for this one. I love The Last of Us, but to be able to veer out of video game territory is not something we do often.
I mean, we do it once a season for Smash or Dash.
Yep, and this is the place. So this what an interesting trio again.
Yep.
It is very cool though.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah. None immediately with the inimitable charm of Captain Lou. So we'll have to dig in a little deeper.
R.I.P. Mr. Lou.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
So, what the 3 of these can all do, Oberyn is more known for his spear. He's also used a dagger at some point in the show, and granted, I have not read the book, so I can't really speak to that portrayal. We really only we don't see him fight a lot of time. We see him more drinking and fucking more often than not in the show.
Yeah. He has a famous catchphrase too, but I don't think Smash would use it.
What was it? Fuck Lannisters?
No, well, in a way, yeah.
I mean, that's his mindset for the most part. Is
Well,
fuck the
mine
Lannisters.
too.
I don't remember what
Mine
his
too.
say. Like, I don't know what you're saying is saying. So I don't remember.
Oh, he said it repeatedly during his fight with the Mountain. That's
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I know what you mean. I can't recall what he said. But
Oh yeah, now I know what it is. Yeah, I don't want to say it on the show. You don't think?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I just found it. Yeah. Yeah, they would definitely not have that dialogue meet and Smash. But he's most known for fighting with his spears. Well, he fights with one of the spears. Yes, he uses poison. Dorn is known for using poisons, and he's very, very acrobatic. His attacks, tricks and flips and that kind of thing. He's very, very mobile. Let's compare to Djarin, who also has a spear made of completely different material, no poison involved, but he's a lot less, let's say, skilled with the spear than Oberyn is, and he's less mobile than that. He's all covered in a lot more armor. He's more weighed down, but he's also got like a variety of other weapons. Like, first of all, he does also have the Darksaber they could do something with, but he's also not skilled with that necessarily. He's more with his guns. He's got multiple blasters. He's got a whipcord launcher, a flamethrower. He's got the missile launcher on his back. I think he has a missile launcher. He's got multiple kinds of bombs with like a smoke bomb, flash bomb, a gravity bomb, which is a fun, interesting thing. He's also got another knife, like Oberyn does. He's got a grenade launcher. Variety of guns, because, bounty hunter. And then Mr. Fantastic. Comics wise, we are very known for him stretching in all kinds of weird and monkey ways. And the first Fantastic Four movie showcases that pretty well. Spoilers here for the movie. Not big spoilers. But he doesn't stretch a whole lot in the new movie. I think it's because they don't feel confident showing the stretchy powers. It's like, guys, you're gonna have to. Because really, he doesn't do a whole lot. He basically kind of like parkours up a building is how they best show his powers. Like he stretches that further so he can climb up faster, and they don't really do anything more creative than that. But in concept,
Marvel Rivals has a... Okay.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals makes him be a buff man. He stretches to look like a buff man, and it's I hate it. I love that. Hate it.
It's so comic-y. I love it.
I mean, you're right. It is comic-y. I just hate looking at it.
Yeah. If Reed were to stretch into the Smash Brothers logo, I would say fast track him right now.
Honestly, that he could do that in his final Smash. Like, you know how we have like the Maximum Greninja type attacks? He could do that. Like, he could attack in a variety of angles, but then form the shape of the Smash emblem.
That would be badass. I gotta say. Yeah, interesting.
Sidebar: I also would have loved John Krasinski as like our actual Mr. Fantastic.
I think he would have done well
I
at
love
it.
that portrayal.
I didn't love the lines he was given, but he
No, that's
looked good.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
They're like, what if in this universe Reed
He
Richards
was an idiot.
dumb?
Well, to be fair, Reed is also extremely arrogant. So
Yeah.
not that it didn't make. It's not that it was like the worst mistaken thing he. I don't know what the words coming out of my mouth, but I know what I'm trying to say. Um, I could see Reed doing that. It was dumb to do, but it's like, yeah, no, he is arrogant. That's kind of a Reed thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and
it's like
you know, not, again, like I won't spoil the most recent movie in case you know, assuming Eric hasn't seen it, but you get that in this movie too. You
Yeah,
know, and
except he's
Yeah.
less arrogant. I think he's more hyper focused on
Yeah. No,
what he's going for.
yeah. I enjoyed Pedro's performance, but also I think this is like so way off topic, but Vanessa Kirby stole the show. She was great.
Absolutely, she was the
Yeah.
star of the movie.
Yeah. So yeah, Reed Richards, he Mr. Fantastic, he stretches. And I think you know, among Din Djarin's other attributes, he's interesting too because yeah, what's up?
Reed does have more than just stretching. I'm trying to search for it, but like, he is an extremely smart scientist, and he has his own inventions. I just have to pull up his profile to see what they
Both
all
he
are.
and Din Djarin have a baby in a weird capsule.
Yep. Which is also part of why we actually considered throwing Joel back into the mix and replacing Oberyn, so we could do like the 3 Reeds with 3 magical children.
Yeah, because Ellie was also a weird child in a capsule.
Yeah. So some other things that Reed has had in the comics. This actually does not show very many things he's had. Wait, what the fuck? Voice mimicry? He can alter his vocal cords to mimic the voices of. Okay, and when he can turn his hands to the fans to generate wind by spinning them around quickly. He can turn into a bouncing ball. He can make himself into a fucking slingshot. His stretching skill powers are fucking crazy. Like, it's not just he stretches. He does weird shit.
Yeah, it's like he ate the gomu gomu fruit.
Yes. He has a flare gun that launches a fiery 4 into the air.
Yep.
He's used the reality gem in the past, which I don't think they would do that for so much. He has his own armor that Stark built so that he could go into something to do in space that still allowed him to stretch, which it's literally an Iron Man suit. Okay, that's stupid looking. Great. And he's able to threaten. He has some technology he's used, or maybe it was something found in space. I don't remember what it was, that even Galactus was scared of. He's just like, that would wipe me from existence.
Is your cat named Reed Richards?
Yeah, he's stretchy.
Very true.
Fair.
Beautiful.
So those are the 3 that we have here. All 3 of them bring different fighting styles. You can argue that Din is a better Oberyn because he has spear plus more, but Din is not necessarily the most skilled with his spear. He's more of a strength build using the spear, whereas Oberyn is pure dex.
Right. Yeah, Din Djarin is interesting because he is very skilled as a mercenary using projectile weapons. But his Beskar spear and especially the dark saber, he is not a great melee fighter with like swords and spears. It's more like he has them, you know, they're available to him. But he really shines with his ammo, his artillery, and I think one thing too, like that might kind of make him both. It's a Schrodinger situation where it's like Mandalorian is the most interesting option because of all these different things available to him, but also the least interesting option, but depending on how you look at it, because you have to kind of stretch into other you have to stretch your mind with how Mr. Fantastic or how Oberyn especially would work in Smash. And it might lead to some more creativity than Djarin could perhaps be expected to hold. Like, it might just be like, oh, he uses the zip cord, he uses the flamethrower, he uses the gravity bomb is cool, he uses the blaster, and then there you go. He has a jetpack. I think what sets him apart are two things. Number one, he's from fucking Star Wars. You get all the Star Wars shit. When he comes into, like, oh my god, like the stage, the assist, like everything else that comes with him will go crazy. Yeah, and
Baby Yoda.
Exactly. Grogu would probably be involved somehow. You can have the child follow him and manipulate the Force. Then there's Oberyn.
Die, trash.
Good old Oberyn. There's something to be said for a good melee fighter. That's my favorite playstyle is just to get down with like an Ike or a Marth and go at it. It's more of that, but with some Greninja coding in there.
Yeah.
He's a very flippy guy. His spear is poison tipped. Like, imagine fighting a lance user, which is already unique to Smash because we don't really have that yet.
Nope.
Who also, he's constantly able to poison you. Like, you have to nerf that in some way. But I think also, Oberyn is also the leader of Dorne. He is the I don't know if his title is king, but he's effectively the king of a nation. He is an assassin. He has a league of assassins available to him with the Sand Snakes. You can have him summon other assassins onto the stage. He is a shipwright. He is the captain of a large ship. You can use his fleet in his final smash or whatever. You could. I kind of like the idea of him being more just spear based, because when you have to get down with the bare minimum, you are forced to get a little out there with your thinking, and it could create an interesting moveset. But you could, there is more to it. You could theoretically use more.
My only real hang up with Oberyn is just like the Game of Thrones, like, love it or hate it for what it is, for not getting into the ending too much, but what I think about Game of Thrones, I think about like politics and like relationships and between houses, between people. And it's like, how do you really portray that part in Smash? Because like, I think that's what makes Oberyn more interesting, is his relationships more than his fighting style, right? That's throw a quick comment there, but I do think the Sand Snakes is a good thought too, as a good track where it's kind of like, use the leadership potential, kind of like use what is interesting about him where you can.
Yeah. So what you're saying is invoke more of his political, his policy making, and have Tyrion appear and cause and say, Oberyn challenges you to a duel.
Yeah, that's right. that's it.
And then Oberyn KOs himself in the final smash.
Shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta do the iconic scene. Yep.
Imagine if that were a final smash.
I don't want to.
Do that. Could have done that with Joel.
I don't want to do that.
You know what would be cool? Actually, would be like sidebar, like a Game of Thrones, but like a Mortal Kombat style game. Some iconic scenes.
Yeah. What would also be cool is if Game of Thrones finished.
Correctly, yeah, that's right.
Or yeah,
they left everything on the table.
Yep,
absolutely everything.
I actually went into this with a lean, and it has evaporated. I am in a fear of it's a just whatever a singularity is when it's actually three different things, because I could go either direction.
I could go a couple ways. I think any of these characters would fight. They all fight differently from each other. I don't think they are necessarily all interesting necessarily as a complete fighter.
Mm-hmm.
At least as far as Smash is concerned, it's like if I was putting them in a Warriors style game, yeah, all three would fit nicely in a Warriors game.
Pedro Warriors.
Get like
You can
Narcos
we
in
can
there.
get
just get
Maxwell
Yeah.
Lord. We can get Joel Miller in there. I don't know what the fuck else he's done.
Imagine that story.
There he had his one-off character in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep. Max Lord, you have to give us the stone to save Ellie. Anyway.
The thing about this for me is like think about it too. I'm just trying to dissect my thoughts, but like Reed Richards, like Mr. Fantastic, if it was throughout the entire history of his comic books and not just incarnation, he could be a limitless potential.
Yeah,
Absolutely limitless.
I
In terms of
would-
what he's capable of. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what do you think, Zantok? I'm kind of leaning in the direction of, yeah, like his powers are his powers collectively, and we don't just need to limit him to this one movie.
I mean, my thought is more going based off of the movie, just because like that's the version he portrayed. Like with
well,
Oberyn, I wouldn't necessarily go like if there's something else he does in the books that he doesn't do in the show, it'd be like, well, that's not the version he plays. Movie Fantastic or movie Mr. Fantastic, specifically this version, we don't really see much with the stretching, which I think is a real goddamn shame. We know he can. So I don't think we necessarily need to like throw out everything he could do, but I don't think I don't think we should be going to the assumption that he'd be doing crazy shit like stretching his body around the entire planet or going in becoming a balloon. Making his head spiral around a whole place like he does in like the first Fantastic Four movie does with him. Or like he fixes like a whole Ferris wheel or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't think going that crazy on the feet is something to super consider here. But like, yeah, the general concept, like, yes, we know he can stretch, and they just don't show much for the movie. But like, we know he can do things.
Just having a character who can stretch in that way, and you know, not even if you're not pushing the envelope, the idea of him being able to stretch upwards to theoretically limitless potential, but you know, to a certain degree, and then snapping back up into place. You know, that's something Smash doesn't do, and it's very rudimentary.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Even simple movements like that are cool because it hasn't happened in Smash yet.
Arguably Min a little bit, but with the arms.
Oh yeah.
But like an up special where he would just like stretch up his body and then the lower half would just snap back up and now he's just up here in the air.
Right.
Or
Projectile.
you could do something like Rob's side special where he like spins around himself. Reed could twist all around and then do a bunch of rapid spinning slaps around himself.
That's true. You can have him like form a stretchy puddle in the ground for his down special and have foes walk over him, and then Reed's entire body is ensnaring them.
Or he snaps them up into the air.
Yep.
They step on him, he lets go of the down special, and they go bounce off.
He's so stretchy, he could just like eat them whole.
Why are you like this?
You can like the final,
like
the
you
final
make
step
me
there,
concerned for your mental state sometimes.
It's been worse.
I
It's been
believe it.
Oh, on the show.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Cool. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh,
Cat
very
cam.
nice.
Stretch cat.
Hello, Reed.
He's stretching.
Very sweet.
Just chilling.
Chinchilla. Yeah, I might. I feel like I might have an lean again. I might have a vote coming on in the wind.
All right. Flamezone, how do you feel?
I'm still torn, for sure. But like, if it came down to it, I could probably throw a name in the bucket.
Would you feel it would be more productive to eliminate somebody first?
I would say.
Okay.
Should we eliminate in count of three, Zantok? Kick us off?
Sure. Same rules as before. This time we are eliminating a character. 1, 2, 3.
The Mandalorian.
Oberyn.
Okay, there you go.
Dang.
Which makes my vote simple for Mr. Fantastic.
Simple though. We didn't really get to the bottom if Grogu's involved in his kit.
No. Like Grogu would
He
be
needs
like
his
the
baby.
Grogu would be the Morgana. Grogu would appear
He needs
in
the baby.
taunts or victor pose, but not on the actual moveset. Like
He's so much more powerful than-
if the final smash is a cinematic, then yeah, Grogu would probably show up and watch. Like they have the meme where Grogu is watching Mandalorian kill people, and they have like the die trash text above him. It's like, yes, kill them. That's all that Grogu would be used for.
Yeah,
He's not going to
yeah.
be
You don't
doing
understand.
things.
You don't
I have
understand.
Grogu as the extra skill in my Smash
Flamezone, I think I understand how Smash works, actually. Thank you very much.
No. Grogu would sell Smash Brothers to single moms over 40. I'm telling you, it's the key to the kingdom.
I will very heavily disagree with you on this. You both need
Pedro
therapy.
Pascal will sell Smash to single moms over 40.
I also heavily
And
disagree
single
with that.
dads. Yeah.
That's tough. Like, I don't think Mandalorian's without. Yeah, I don't know if Mandalorian's without merit because like the Star Wars name, like, his well of kit of like potential weaponry you can use, like multi-faceted grenades is interesting. Like an actual like jetpack is interesting, like a long shot rifle and in close range. Like there's a lot of tools in his toolkit, and he has a great IP. So that's why I'm not immediately writing him off as like an option over Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
heavily agree.
Yeah, they're all strong.
Like he has a variety of tools to pull from.
Yeah, and you are also, I mean, in the greater scheme of things, it's all Disney, but
yeah,
you know, you're invoking Star Wars or Marvel into Smash, and you can consider at this point that whole world they're bringing in. It's kind of crazy. I mean, the beam sword could actually be a lightsaber. They can license it.
They wouldn't change the beam sword at this point.
Jar Jar can be in the game.
Let's bring back Oberyn. I mean, look, remembering the concept is how we take it with these ones. So it was like we'll go to people like, okay, if Smash is actually open to 4 parties, we're not saying it's like, oh, this might be like the only Marvel or the only Star Wars guys. It's just like if for whatever reason Smash was multimedia, who would we do? Who would we want? And it doesn't mean that we can't also have Darth Vader or Spider-Man or whoever the fuck else.
Shit, if we have Darth Vader or Spider-Man, why do we have these schmucks?
Because we already used Spider-Man, didn't we?
Oh. Man, just wait. And
no.
We're living at the precipice.
Wait.
As of the recording of this episode, Smash is not multimedia.
Smash will never be multimedia.
There's a few.
Oh yeah, we did use Spider-Man Season 1. I mentioned that earlier in the episode. So yeah, that's why he's not here, Bish.
Yeah.
You know what my hang up is too? Is just like I think in a vacuum, like Miss Fantastic is more interesting than Mandalorian, but like in the context of, I'm not sure if you determine it or not, but in the context of what he just does in his newest movie and not the full history, I think that's a knock. if we're going that route, because like he has a rich history of comics and abilities and circumstances and powers, but if it's just this incarnation, it's less attractive to me for some reason. And
Yeah.
he's also like he's one out of he's a team of 4, really. He's the Fantastic Four, but where are the other ones, right?
Oh, they're in the final smash
Mm.
easily.
Sure, but like I don't know. Because like Mandalorian, he's like the star of his own show. It's just kind of that's where I just
I see where you're coming from. I guess I just don't adopt the same argument. I mean, you could theoretically you can say what's Daredevil in Smash without Jessica and Luke and the Iron Fist, or what's Iron Man in Smash without Cap and Hulk, and
I don't think those are good examples.
They're not as tightly.
What
like
is
matching suits.
What's Zantok in Smash without Jonno and Flamezone?
A better solution.
Or like Mr. Clean without Windex and whatever. Can't figure out another.
None of your arguments are actually tracking here. Like I see what you're trying to go with the arguments. Like you can have Mr. Fantastic without having the rest of the Fantastic Four. I think the only Fantastic Four member that would be weird to have and not have any of the others is Thing. Thing is the only one. It's like, okay, you're just big strong man. But Reed, Sue, and Johnny are all much more interesting from a fighting game standpoint.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, just a thought. It's not by any means. Yeah, it's not necessarily the gospel.
Right.
It's just right. Like because if it was comic book Reed Richards, frankly, it would be that in a heartbeat for me. So that's why it's close for me right now.
Mm-hmm. And like where the rest of the team is, I mean, like he's the leader of the team, so it makes sense that he would be the choice of the 4. And we have several characters who have a cinematic final smash that bring out the rest of their team to all do one big group attack. Shulk, Joker. You could Mega Man technically. It's not like he brings out his own team; he just brings out other versions of him. Hero and Mega Man had like the same kind of deal. There's probably others who I don't recall at the moment. But then we've made other Smashopia movesets where a character will do the same thing. They'll bring out their team of people to help them out in one big event.
Right.
That's fair.
An all-out attack.
Like I feel like Oberyn's Final Smash would have been a Triforce slash attack where he just like does a bunch of attacks on one character immediately in front of him. Mandalorian, I think, would either do something with the Darksaber or would do some cinematic where he does a bunch of guns and explosive attacks with Grogu watching on a mountaintop. And then Reed would absolutely bring in the 4 and they would do something together. And the final smash would be called the Fantastic Foursome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it would. It sure would. I agree.
Johnny named
That's
it.
a big plus. That's a big plus. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, it's tough.
All right. At this point, though, we are about out of time, so we need to lock in our votes. Jonno, who are you voting for?
Galactus. Hondo Onaka. Reed.
Okay. I'm going to put my vote to The Mandalorian.
Oh my god.
That's why I didn't ask for your vote next, because I knew I was going to put the tiebreaker on you.
Oh. Man, it's tough. Why?
Because
it's
I'm
not
evil.
that tough. You have a tingle in your heart, so you can follow it. Follow it with all of your might.
But does he have an ankle? Or a David Jr.?
Yeah, even a knuckle.
Aww.
You know what? It might surprise you, but I'm also just going to choose Reed too.
All right.
I know I just spent a lot of time talking about him, but like I do think his even the stretchiness, even with what is even if in just his incarnation, there's still a lot of design space for a moveset, 100%. And
Sure.
just getting Marvel in there, like, I'm a lot more closer to the Marvel series overall too. And I think, yeah, and like recency is good too for it. So
All right.
Yeah.
With that, in our penultimate, technically our final Smash Dash of the season, if you don't consider the Tournament of Champions, our last two offerings for this season's Tournament of Champions are Lou Albano's version of Mario and Pedro Pascal's version of Mr. Fantastic.
We'll
How
see
well
you
will they
at number
perform
1.
in the Tournament of Champions?
Lou.
Who the feck knows? I don't.
The wild cards. They're wild
They
cards.
are definitely wild cards.
The bracket is also a wild card. We're going to live and die by that as always.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even built it yet. I'll probably do that later tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be rooting for old Lou.
Well,
We'll see if he can beat Tony Hawk's placement at 3rd.
next time, we're kicking off our 3-part finale, as we do every season, where we have our final on-topic Smash LP and Smash Dash episode. For our final on-topic, as we've done since Season 2, we'll be doing a roster game, making a new fighting game roster, although one time we did a Mario Kart roster. But this time around, the rules are... Oh, wait, it's not a Smash Brothers roster. It has anything to do with Nintendo. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
We are going, hey, what if Sony decided to take a second shot at PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? 50 Sony characters from each of us, chosen as things exist now in the year 2025. What choices of characters would be made? Well, I can tell you, I think we definitely have better roster than the original game had, which is not a high bar. So it's not an accomplishment to say that.
That bars in the basement is so low.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, watch that episode if you're curious to see what characters we pick, because I think we'll surprise you. Both who we don't choose and who we do. But
thank you, Flamezone, for coming on for the 5th time this season.
Dear God.
We won't have you on this season again.
No, get the fuck out. Well, next season though. Next season though. Maybe. I don't remember what next. I think we might have you pinned down for maybe something next season though. I don't remember.
We have like 7 episodes with him.
Oh, we do. We do have your oh right. There is one that we need you for. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, probably.
We need you, yes, and we always do.
But with that,
it's always a pleasure, and that's a fun one.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was. It was interesting. It was spirited.
Goodbye.
See ya.